Hello, true believers. Welcome back to Nerdy Geeks React. My name is Rhett, and I am a nerdy geek trying to react. If you're new here, welcome. So today we are checking out the trailer for Spider-Noir or Spider-Man Noir. What is it actually? Spider-Noir. This is the noir version of Spider-Man that we got to see in the Spider-Verse, Into the Spider-Verse, and Across the Spider-Verse. Oh, well, actually, we didn't really get to see him much in Across the Spider-Verse, but Into the Spider-Verse, where he was voiced by Nicolas Cage. I really enjoyed Nicolas Cage's performance in that. I actually didn't know it was him until I saw the credits, so it was really cool. His character was hilarious. And so they decided to create a new film or series, I'm not sure which, where Nicolas Cage will play the live action version. I'm looking forward to it. I'm not exactly sure what kind of story they're going to tell us, if it's still going to have like the same weird humor that they were doing with him in Into the Spider-Verse, or if it's going to be a more serious noir tone. And I saw on YouTube that there were two different versions of the trailer. There was the black and white, and there was a color version. And I decided I was going to watch the black and white version because it's noir, right? So we should see it in black and white. I guess that's pretty much it. I don't really know what else I can say or what I'm going to expect, but let's go ahead and find out what they're giving us, shall we? But before we do, if you could please like and subscribe to the channel, that would be great. It would really help us out. And if you want to know when I drop new content, go ahead and hit the notification bell down below. Okay, let's go ahead and check out this trailer for Spider-Noir.
Tell me why.
You already know how it ends.
Okay.
Well, then start from the beginning.
Right, it's on Prime.
Ticks. Thoughts. Impulses. I manage to suppress them
Oh, he's Ben Riley. Okay.
most of the time.
What's going on, Ben?
Wait, what the hell happened to him?
I beat up some guys in a bar. And I got
Okay, that's very Nicolas Cage. Wait, no power? Oh, okay. So does he not have...
Thinking about over there.
bit of an existential crisis, if I'm honest.
Struck a nerve, huh?
Okay, well, he's still swinging, so... Yeah, so there is the color version also. Okay. Huh. All right, that was interesting. Let's go ahead and talk about it. So yeah, he's Ben Riley, not Peter Parker. So Ben Riley came into existence during the whole clone saga thing in the comics, where the Peter Parker we know turns out to be a clone. So the real Peter Parker comes back, takes over the mantle of Spider-Man, but it turns out that the one who came back was the real clone. So the original one we knew as Peter Parker takes the mantle back, and the clone Peter Parker takes the name Ben Riley, where I think the first name comes from Uncle Ben and the last name comes from Aunt May's middle name, I think. Or maybe it was his mother's maiden name. Yeah, I think it was Peter Parker's mother's maiden name was Riley, I think. But either way, that's how the name Ben Riley came into existence. And this Ben Riley became the Scarlet Spider. But for Spider-Noir, they're also using Ben Riley, so that's an interesting choice. I don't know if that's how it was in the comics or not, or if that was still Peter Parker. Now, there was a point in there where it said, with no power comes no responsibility. So I'm not sure if this Spider-Man doesn't have powers at all, or if he just like created this persona and the web shooters to be able to swing around the city. But not have any powers, because with no powers comes no responsibilities. This Spider-Man is very Nicolas Cage. We get to see some of Nicolas Cage's typical persona come out in this trailer. But why don't we go ahead and do a scrub through and see what we can see. Okay, so we start off Nicolas Cage, and then he's like talking about having these tics or impulses and stuff to this lady here. So the setting looks like, the noir setting, maybe like 50s, 40s or 50s. So yeah, he has the web shooter. Old school gangster looking New York. Don't know who this is supposed to be, but maybe it's some kind of, did they have therapists back then? I don't know. I was talking to her about like stuff he's going through. Prime original. I wonder how Prime got the rights for this one. Okay, here he's in some kind of hospital tent or some kind of, it looks like a hospital tent it's a tent with like a hospital looking bed and a IV attached to it. So who knows where this is. Like, I don't know the origins or the story of Spider-Noir. I just know it's like a noir setting because that's, it's in the name. But other than that, I really don't know what his story is. So I don't know if it's in the comics, if it was Ben Reilly or Peter Parker. Huge spider under glass right there. Here, it looks like he's in some kind of uniform, military uniform. So maybe he was in the war, some war, maybe World War II, based on the time period that this is likely set in, maybe. When was the noir time? Was it 50? No, it was earlier than that, wasn't it? Maybe the 20s and 30s? Yeah, probably because like Prohibition and stuff started like during the 1930s, right? That's when it started. That's when the whole noir theme is usually set, I think. Well, anyway, he looks like he was he was in the military. Don't know what kind of job he did. I don't know if he was like on the front line or if he was some kind of, looks like he has like a satchel or something here. So maybe he was like a messenger. Okay, yeah, see, Ben Reilly, private investigator, so guess he became a detective after the war. But yes, it looks very noir. I'm actually kind of curious to see how it looks in color, but the black and white really gives it the noir feel. Not that I've seen a lot of noir stuff. Okay, so we have some kind of surgeon here who looks pretty sinister, actually. So maybe he was experimented on? Nicolas Cage being Nicolas Cage. Especially this right here. Okay, May 27th. So, yeah, I've still got about 3 months. Spire crawling across, which is about to get smushed. So, with the no power, another very Nicolas Cage looking shot, comes another responsibility. So, maybe he doesn't actually have powers? He's just a regular guy swinging around through the city without any kind of sensing abilities or strength or anything like that. So that if he doesn't really have any power, that's pretty freaking nuts. That he's doing this kind of thing. Okay, oh, guy on fire. Is he like safely on? I mean, he doesn't seem to be panicking about being on fire. Maybe it's a guy with fire powers. Again, I don't know like what kind of villains Spider-Noir faces, so I don't know if there are actually superpowered people in this at all, or if it's just him as a regular guy using these gadgets to fight crime, like regular, crime stuff, not like supervillains. That's a cool shot, especially the eyes. They're like almost glowing with the surrounding darkness. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff happening, but without context, I have no idea what's actually going on. And since I'm not familiar with the character, or the story, I have no idea who any of these other characters are. Here he is swinging through the city, which, is normal for Spider-Man. But if this guy doesn't actually have powers, that's really dangerous to be doing. I really do like the outfit, though. It looks so cool. I mean, it's really just, him in the noir trench coat and suit and fedora. But with the whole Spider-Man mask, the black with the eyes, it just looks really cool. Two ways to watch. You can watch it in authentic black and white, or this true hue full color. Which, I mean, I guess at least they gave the option, right? But it's Spider-Man Noir. Shouldn't you watch it in black and white? But I guess people just want to see it in color too. But like I said, they gave him the option, so that's cool. Okay, well, that was the trailer. I mean, we didn't really get much of the story. We just got glimpses of some things that are happening. I'm not exactly sure what is going on with this Ben Reilly. Don't know if they're giving him powers or not, because the with no powers comes no responsibility line is kind of telling me that he has no powers, which, I mean, interesting take on a Spider-Man with no powers. It's like, why would you, create web shooters and all this stuff if, you didn't have that whole bitten by a spider? Why would you choose to create a Spider-Man? It'll be interesting to see his origin and, like, why he makes the decision to become this Spider-Noir. It'll be a fresh take for me because I have pretty much no knowledge of this character other than what I've seen in Into the Spider-Verse. I mean, this is going to be really cool. I hope. It's Nicolas Cage. He did great voicing the character, and seeing this trailer and seeing the Nicolas Cage mannerisms that's being shown, it looks like it's going to be, fun. It looks really good, and I hope it actually is good when it comes out in May. Thank you very much for watching. If you made it this far into the video, a very special thanks. And if you did enjoy, please do like and subscribe to the channel. It would really help us out. And if you want to know when I drop new content, go ahead and hit the notification bell down below. And if there's anything you want to see me react to, a film, a TV show, some random video, go ahead and leave that in the comment, and I will see if it's something I can react to. But thank you again, and until next time, my name is Rhett, and I am a nerdy geek trying to react. See ya!